Okay, in this section we're going to do a quick summary of lines. We'll also look at different equations of lines and a worksheet. But for example, let's look at the 4x plus 7y equals 14. The x-intercepts are 4x plus 14, 4x equals 14, so x equals 7 halves. The y-intercepts are 7y equals 14, so y equals 2. The intercepts are at 7 halves 2, 0, and 0, 2. So then I can plot the two intercepts there and draw my line as best I can. The slope of a line, slope m, of a line containing points x1, y1, and x2, y2 is m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So for example, suppose that we have the points negative 1, 1, and 4, 3. M is equal to 3 minus 1 divided by 4 minus negative 1, change in y over change in x. And that simplifies to be 2/5. So I need to rise up 2 and go to the right 5. If this was a negative number, I'd be going to the left that many units. A negative slope is easy to know because I can construct a capital N for a negative, whereas I can't do that in the positive case. Rise over run is something you may have heard. You're going to rise up so many units. Here I'm going to rise up 2 units and run to the right 5 units. The slope-intercept form of a line is y equal mx plus b. M is the slope, b is the y-intercept. And y equals negative 2/3 x plus 1. We got 0, 1 is the y-intercept. Negative 2/3 is the slope of the line. So I need to go up 2 into the left 3, and or down 2 into the right 3. Same thing. Y equals 5x minus 3. 0 and negative 3 is the y-intercept. 5 is the slope, so I need to go up 5 into the right 1. And I've got 2 points plotted there. I can draw my line using those 2 points. In the next problem, the cost C to rent a small moving truck and drive it X miles is C equals 0.15x plus 19.95. Part A, interpret the slope and the y-intercept. So the slope is 0.15 dollars per gallon, per mile, 15 cents per mile, and the y-intercept is $19.95 rental fee, just to get the truck in the first place. So in part B, if you find C when x is 50, let x be 50 and plug that in and simplify. 50 times 0.15 gives me 7.5, plus 19.95 gives me 27.45. So it would cost $27.45 to get the truck and to drive it 50 miles, then, is the interpretation. A horizontal line is given by y equals b and has a slope of 0. A vertical line is given by x equals a and has an undefined slope. So as an equation, y equals 3. If x were 0, y would be 3. If x were 3, y would be 3. If x were negative 2, y would be 3. If x were 5, y would be 3. If x were anything, y would always be 3. Okay, so the points 0, 3, and 3, 3 are on this line, and I've got this horizontal line. Now this horizontal line has a slope of 0. Means that it's neither increasing or decreasing. X equals negative 2. If y is negative 1, x is negative 2. If y is 1, x is negative 2. If y is negative 3, x is negative 2. If y is negative 4, x is negative 2. If y is anything, x is always negative 2. So the slope, negative 3 minus 1 divided by negative 2 plus 2, you get something that's undefined, negative 4 over 0. It's undefined. So what that means to us is that we have a vertical line, and here's the 2 points, negative 2, 1, and negative 2, negative 3. Y can be anything, doesn't matter. X is always negative 2. So I end up getting this vertical line, which has a slope of that is undefined. Okay, the equations of lines are on page 40. Here's the sheet here. I'm going to continue on though, and we'll cover the next page here. The slope-intercept form of a line is given by y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. The point-slope form of an equation of a line with slope m and passing through x1, y1 is y minus y1 equals the slope times x minus x1. Okay, problem 1. Find an equation for a line containing 0, 16 with slope negative 7/9. Write your answer in slope-intercept form. Okay, well here we can go right to the answer. Y equal mx plus b, m is the slope, b is the y-intercept, 16, and so y equals negative 7/9 x plus 16 is the answer. Okay. Problem 2, find the slope and the y-intercept for 2x minus 3y minus 6y equals minus 13 equals 0. We call this general form, and there's a little bit mentioned on general form, although the main two forms of a line are up at the top, slope-intercept form and point-slope form. So if I solve for y, add 6y to both sides, 6y equals 2y minus 13 divided by 6, y equals 1/3 x minus 13/6. The slope is 1/3, and the y-intercept is negative 13/6. Problem 3, find an equation for a line containing 1/2 negative 1 and having slope 5. Write your answer in slope-intercept form. Okay, so we have the slope known and a point not on this a point on this line, 1/2 negative 1. So if I use the point-slope form, y minus negative 1 equals the slope, which is 5, times x minus 1/2, or y plus 1 equals 5x minus 5/2. Subtract 1 from both sides. Y equals 5/2 minus 7/2. Y equals 5x minus 7/2 is the answer. Okay. Problem 4, write the slope-intercept equation of a line containing the points negative 2, 7, and 4, negative 8. So the slope of this line, change in y over change in x, negative 8 minus 7 divided by 4 minus negative 2 is negative 5/2. And you can use any point on the line. It's not going to matter which one. Both of them are on the line. So let's just use negative 2 is 7. Y is 7, and x is negative 2. Okay, so y minus 7 equals negative 5/2 times x plus 2 would be what I get when I use the point-slope form. Y minus 7 equals 5/2 negative 5/2 x minus 5. And if I add 2 to both sides, y equals negative 5 halves x plus 2. Problem 5, write the slope-intercept equation for a line if the x-intercept is negative 6 and the y-intercept is negative 8. So 2 points that I would conclude are on this line are negative 6, 0, and 0, negative 8. The slope, change in y over change in x, is negative 4/3. And at this point, you can use the point slope form, or you can go right to the answer. Negative 4/3 x minus 8 would be the answer. Okay. Two non-vertical lines are parallel if the slopes are equal and they have different y-intercepts. Two non-vertical lines are parallel if the product of their slopes is negative 1. That is, parallel lines have slopes that are negative reciprocals of one another. Okay, problem 6. If the two given lines are parallel, perpendicular, or neither, determine if that's the case. Okay, part A, there's neither. The slopes are 7 and 1/7. Those are not the same number, and those are not negative reciprocals. Y equals 5/3 x minus 2 and y equals 5/3 x minus 7. Parallel lines, those are the same slope. Y equals 2x, negative 2x, and y equals 1/2 x minus 8/5. Those are perpendicular lines. The slopes are negative 2 and 1/2. Those are negative reciprocals of each other. Okay, y equals 4 and y equals 4x minus 11. Those are neither. One has a slope of 0 and the other has a slope of 4. I'm using function notation, but same idea. Y equals 4/7 x plus 2 and y equals negative 4/7 x minus 3. Those are perpendicular lines. The 4/7 is the negative reciprocal of negative 7/4. And y equals 3x minus 5 and y equals negative 3x plus 1. Those are neither. 3x and negative 3x, those are nothing. Okay, so problem 7. Find an equation for a line containing 2, negative 3 and is parallel to the line 2x plus y equals 6. Write your answer in slope-intercept form. Okay, so y equals negative 2x plus 6. We have a line that has a slope of negative 2 and it passes through 2, negative 3. So I can use the point slope equation. Y plus 3 equals negative 2 times x minus 2, or negative 2x plus 4. Means that if I subtract 3 from both sides, y is equal to negative 2x plus 1 is the answer. Okay, and find an equation for a line containing the point 1, negative 2 and is perpendicular to the line x plus 3y equals 6. Write your answer in slope-intercept form. Okay, x plus 3y equals 6. If I subtract x and then divide by 3, I get y equals negative 1/3 x plus 2. So this is the line that I'm given. This is a line that is on something else, some other spot, and I've got to find another line passing through and it's perpendicular to this one that's given here. So y plus 2 equals 3 would be the reciprocal of negative 1/3 times x minus 1. Okay, so y plus 2 equals 3x minus 3, y equals 3x minus 5 would be the answer on that one. Problem 9, find an equation for a line passing through the point -3/2 1 and is perpendicular to the line containing the points -3, -5, and -4 is 0. Write your answer in slope-intercept form. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is we need to get the slope of the line that's given to us here. So 0 minus -5 divided by -4 minus -3, which means that the slope of that line is -5. And now use the point slope form for either one of these 2 points. So if I just use this one here, y minus 0 is equal to -5 times x plus 4. Y equals -5x plus -20. And now a line that is going to be perpendicular to this one is going to have a slope that is 1/5, since 1/5 is the negative reciprocal of -5. So y minus 1 equals 1/5 times x plus 3/2. Y minus 1 equals 1/5 x plus 3/10. Means that y is equal to 1/5 x plus 13/10. Okay. Problem 10, the last one. Luis contracted with a landscaper to install a brick patio in his backyard. The landscaper charged $10,000, and Luis paid the landscaper a deposit for the first month and agreed to pay to make a fixed monthly payment until the balance was paid in full. After 3 months, Luis owed $6,800. After 7 months, Luis owed $5,200. Okay. Part A. Find the slope intercept equation for Luis's balance y after x months and interpret the slope. Okay, so after 3 months, Luis still owed $6,800. After 7 months, Luis still owed $5,200. By them telling me that information, they're telling me really 2 points that are on this line. So m is equal to 5,200 minus 6,800 divided by 7 minus 3 equals -400. Okay, so y, I can use this point here, y minus 600 equals -400 times x minus 3. Means that y minus 600 is equal to -400x plus 1,200. Add 6,800. Y is equal to -400x plus 800. M equals -400 means that the payment per month is going to be $400 payment. And of course, this person is losing money over time, so that's why that's a negative. It wouldn't make sense for if the value of the slope is positive, because nobody's given that person money. The person is losing money. How much does Luis still owe after 1 year? After 1 year is 12 months, so I would just let x be 12, and $3,200. Okay, find the x and y intercepts. The x intercepts are found by letting y be 0, and when I let y be 0, I get x equal 20. When I find the y intercepts, I let x be 0, and I get y equals 8,000. So 20 is 0, and 0, 8,000 are the 2 intercepts there. How much was the deposit that Luis paid? Well, it says that the landscaper charged $10,000. Luis paid the landscaper a deposit for the first month. And it didn't tell us how much, but we can now figure that out. It was $2,000, because after at time 0, he still has $8,000 to pay. Okay, and after how many months will it take to pay off the entire balance? It'd be 20 months, x is the number of months, to get down to $0. So 20 months. So this is really an interpretation of the intercepts that we found. Okay, so the homework on this page, the homework on this section, rather, is on page 40. Be sure to look at those problems for me when you get a chance.